Hello, my angels. So I wanted to have a conversation on quality. We are going to do a live at the end of this month. It's the last Wednesday of the month, and we're going to talk about this issue. So have your questions ready or your comments, and we can have like a live discussion. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to be doing conversations with you guys every last Wednesday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do have another channel called at Big in Style for plus size girls, but it's also for accessories and bags and a lot of different things that are for anybody of any size. And most of the things that I promote for plus sizes are also going to be good or useful to people that are thin because they do come in multiple sizes. So I am starting that channel. So go ahead over there and like that channel. I wanted to talk today about quality because I was watching videos. And if you guys know, if you've been watching me from the beginning, from like 3 years ago, then you'll know what I talk about when I talk about quality. I grew up with money. That's my family. It's my family's money. It's not my money. I don't have money. They had money, just get that straight. It's not my money. That's their money. And so I was lucky enough to have a lot of very high quality luxury items. We were all Dior babies. Everything was Dior when we were kids. And then we grew into like Ralph Lauren and Diana von Furstenberg when she started, designing clothes. And then, ¿qué más? Old school Louis Vuitton. Like I have a ton of vintage Louis Vuitton because that's what my mom was into. A lot of Ferragamo, Fendi, things of that nature. But I like the vintage items. Why do I like the vintage items? Because that is luxury. That is quality. So when I see these people and they're like, this is high quality, and the bag's like anywhere from, I don't know, $300 to $10,000, I look at the bag and I'm like, this is not quality. But I also keep in mind that we're talking about quality standards of today, because the quality standards of the past are very different from the quality standards of today. Even things that people are considering luxury, I don't think are high quality. Somebody attacked me on this video that somebody made about Strathberry bags, and they were like, "Oh, this is such a great luxurious bag," and I'm like, "That's not luxury. It's okay quality. Oh, but you don't know. You've never been in the store and touched the bag and blah blah blah." Okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just not. I don't think that. And they're like, it doesn't have to be $6,000 for it to be luxury. Mind you, in the comment that I made, I said I don't think that's luxury. I think Henry Bendel made better bags and they were under $300. Very similar styles, very like avant-garde, different things. And I liked the Henry Bendel line when the store was open. I compared it to like that particular bag. I compared it to like the Kate Spade bags of like I think 8 or 9 years ago. They're like, it's nothing like a Kate Spade bag or Kate Spade quality, which obviously means they don't know luxury and they don't know fashion that far back. So I'm guessing I was talking to somebody maybe a little bit newer. But back then, when Kate Spade was alive and she was, designing stuff, they were pretty okay quality. I would never, I have one Kate Spade bag and it's a great quality bag. If you guys have seen it, the like baby blue tote, it's gorgeous. Feels good. The interior, everything beautiful. Kind of like the old school Dooney and Burke pebbled leather. Dooney and Burke is another high quality brand that nobody really looks at. Their vintage stuff, I think, is 100 times better than their current items, but they do have some pieces in their line that are high quality, meaning quality leather, quality craftsmanship, very thoughtful. So a lot of these people are saying, oh, this is a quality bag. Okay, let me tell you. First of all, they're all copying each other. Strathberry, I said, is really nice hardware. It's unique. They have unique and interesting hardware. But the silhouettes of all their bags aren't that amazing. They do have this one tote bag that has one strap, and then they have a metal kind of bar that goes over the strap to kind of like close it, and then you just hold it with the one strap. That seems awesome. But holding it, you can't put a lot of heavy things in there because it's going to wear and tear on that one strap. The weight isn't evenly distributed unless you're holding onto the metal bar, which I don't think is going to look good. So that's why I'm like, Then they have this other one that has like a flap on the bag, and then a longer piece in the middle that goes past the bag. That was interesting. They have interesting silhouettes. I could give them that. But quality? So the reason that I say that, it's not bad. It's good quality. I just don't consider them luxury. I don't want a bag that says Strathberry, just like I don't want a bag that says Songmont. I love that Songmont bag. If you guys haven't seen it, SONGMONT, it's so cool. It's like a half moon bag, and you can wear it 4 different ways. You can wear it as like a shoulder bag. Then they have like a long strap for like crossbody. Then you can just snap the two together, and it looks like a Fendigraphy bag. Super cool. Then there's another configuration. I forgot what it was, but I love the concept. I still don't want it to say Songmont on it. I don't want to promote a brand, first of all, that nobody's ever heard of, and I'm not trying to promote it for you. And I'd rather you guys do the Bottega Veneta route and not put a brand on it and have high quality bags. Because I don't want a bag that says Strathberry. I don't want a bag that says Songmont. I don't care what the quality is. I don't want it. You know what I mean? And then people are like, oh, well, you're brainwashed, right? We're going to talk about this live. Brainwashed to believe. No. I grew up with luxury. I know what a real box calf. I have a box calf Christian Dior bag. They don't even do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, I mean, let me take that back, but not often, you know? And like most people don't know what vintage luxury is. And I urge everybody, it's better to buy vintage secondhand stuff than a lot of the stuff that's coming out now, because that stuff was made better in the past. It was made to last 20 to 50 years. And it does. Like, I have bags that are 20 to 30 years old and they look great. Fantastic. You wouldn't even know that they were 20 to 30 years old. And I've worn them and I take them out and and then there's other bags that I store because I have 175 bags and it's like, who's really going to wear that? I mean, think about it. That's switching a bag every other day and I'm not going to do that. So I go through cycles depending on this, like what's in fashion at the moment. And that's why I have so much clothes, so many shoes, and so many bags, because I'm not trying every season to go and spend thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars to keep up with the trends. I'm old enough that I have everything that when it comes back into style, I'll just grab it from my closet and be like, oh, it's vintage. You know what I mean? Because I bought it when it was new back then and now it's coming back. So quality. A vintage Christian Dior bag, a vintage Louis Vuitton versus current Louis Vuitton doesn't even hold a candle. The coated canvas now compared to the coated canvas then, completely two different beasts, not cut of the same cloth. I don't know why they would change the manufacturing process or why they would change the way they make the canvas or the coating but they did. And I don't like it. And I will not support any of the new Louis Vuitton products. It's just not my cup of tea, but I do love their accessories, like a Louis Vuitton scarf, Louis Vuitton boot. Their boots are phenomenal. Louis Vuitton boots are great. I'm not trashing the brand. I love the brand. I just don't think that the quality is where it was in the past. And like, we can't get those cows back. We can't get those artisans back. We can't get the costs because inflation killed the cost of being able to get that quality. But the truth is, can't we? A $10,000 Chanel bag, and you're telling me you can't give me Chanel quality from the 70s, like anywhere from like the 50s to now? Seriously. For $10,000? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You know, Bottega Veneta, you're charging these prices? I want the Bottega Veneta always has outstanding quality though. I must say, there's some of their things that I'm just like their modern trendy things, not a big fan of it. But I can't say it's not good quality. Bottega Veneta, Ferragamo, Fendi, I love Fendi. Hermes, those are quality brands. Max Mara, nobody talks about them. Their clothes are phenomenal. Amazing. Their bags, they're good, you know, but their clothes are people don't talk about them much. They're an amazing brand. St. John's, another nice brand. It's nice. It's light and airy and it's made well. You just, with the St. John's, I feel like you have to baby your clothes more than wear them. Same thing with like a Loro Piana. I feel like those things you have to baby because they're made well, but they're delicate. You know what I mean? I don't like delicate. I like to be able to throw my stuff around and not have to worry about it. Put it in the regular laundry and then just air dry it. Dry clean, of course, certain things like sweaters and cashmere and things of that nature. But I'm not really, and silks. I'm not really trying to just, I don't want to baby my clothes and I don't want to baby my stuff. And that's when I talk about quality. To me, a quality item is something that you can drop, throw, put it in the corner, leave, and you don't have to worry about it. Now, You have to pay for luxury, and then you have to baby it. Oh my God, did it get a scratch on it? Oh, it's so oh, but because it's high quality and it's luxury. It's so delicate. No, you could have. We had high quality and luxury, and it wasn't delicate. You could treat it like a regular bag. It was luxury, but you could treat it like a regular bag. You can't do that anymore. You know why? Because everything's so thin and so delicate and so, oh, you move it a certain way and the stitch breaks, and if the stitch breaks and the whole thing falls apart. That's not quality. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think some girl from Australia, I forgot her name, she was talking about the quality of different bags. I can't remember. I'll see if I can find the video. If I do, I'll put the link below. And she was also making the same reference that I've been making for years, that vintage is sometimes better. I also think something with a cork. I forgot her name. Something with a cork. I love her. She's so just simple, to the point. You know, she very factual. She makes sense. She always talks about how vintage quality is better. And she was saying, like, the value of a bag is personal. So for example, if you've always wanted a double flap and you want a new one because there's so many fakes on the market, right? Then you want to save your money and pay the current price for it, then get it because it's what you want. But if you're really good at discerning, sorry, my nose is running. If you're really good at discerning a real from a fake, you can go on the secondhand market and buy a bag. Now, she also discusses about, well, if you change something on the bag or have something replaced, is it still worth the money because it was replaced by something that wasn't from the brand? And in my opinion, it is, because I don't even think the quality that the brands are pumping out are good. There are some leathersmiths and people who repair bags that actually replace the bag with better quality materials than were originally on the bag. Today, not in the past, today. So to me, that doesn't matter as long as it's, you know, you bought the bag and so be it. I like vintage bags. I love the look, the feel. You feel the pride. I can't explain it, but you feel the pride of the artisan that put that bag together. I'm all into energy and stuff like that. People think it's weird and wonky, but you can feel the difference between a vintage bag that you put on that has prestige, not because of the brand, but because of the pride of the artisan and the quality, literally the quality of the materials, the durability, the thoughtfulness that went into designing it. Now there's so much fast fashion that you lose quality because they have to put out new items every season. I'd rather you have 2 shows a year. Spring, summer, fall, winter. One show for both seasons, and then put out quality items and repeat items. Like, make some of these your staple signature items that are in every single show for years, so that people are buying that item and your brand is maintaining its loyalty. I think that's more sensible than what's happening right now, because a lot of people are spending thousands of dollars on trendy bags that are good for 1 to 2 years, and then they're out of season, out of style. It doesn't go with anything anymore. And like, to each his own, which is what she was saying. If it's worth it to you, then it's worth it. But I'm not a trendy person. I am a classic, well, I do classic quirky things. Like, you know, like I like classic elegance, old school, quiet luxury kind of, like, always. That's just been my thing for a long time. And it'll always be my thing. But every so often I will get a little avant-garde and crazy and colorful and try different things. But I'll try it with the clothes that I have. Because it's one thing that my mother and I were talking about, because my mother used to sell very expensive clothes when I was younger, is that she would, this is why we have so much stuff. She said that, and we were talking about this, they don't make it like that anymore. They don't make quality items with the stitching and the care and the fact that you had a linen shirt in the 80s, and as long as you washed it and took care of it, it's probably still good now, 20, 30 years later. You know what I mean? As long as you washed it, you cleaned it, you ironed it, you took care of it. Now you buy a linen shirt and you're lucky if it lasts anywhere from 3 to 10 years or less. And everyone's like, why would you keep a shirt for 10 years? Why wouldn't you keep a shirt for 10 years? If it's made well and it looks good and it's a classic look and it fits you well, why do you have to buy a new shirt every few months or every year? That's a whole nother discussion, but we can talk about all this stuff when we go live. So my question to you guys is, what is your definition of quality? What era, if you could say like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, now, what is your definition of quality? Do you like vintage bags? Would you consider a vintage bag? Are you afraid of buying a bag on the secondhand market because there's so many fakes and super fakes out there? Do you think that the value is there for the items that are out there? Because even people with money are like, this is stupid. I'm not doing it. I'm happy I bought all my bags in the past because I'm not spending the money right now. And that's not me. That's alleged. This is what I've heard. These are things like I'm quoting what I've heard. This is like, please don't come at me, But there's a lot of people, watch YouTube videos, it's not just me, that they're saying like, oh, I love luxury. And you look behind them and they have all these luxury bags and they're like, but I'm not buying anything new right now because the prices are crazy and I have all this stuff and I'm okay. They all say the same thing like me. I'm happy I bought everything that I bought when I bought it, because if I had to buy it now, I wouldn't. And what does that mean for luxury? Are you pricing people out? Which is what a lot of people are doing. So this is what I think is interesting. The reason I don't know if this channel is going to exist is that I had people do a couple of strikes on my channel, right? And so I don't know if they're going to turn my channel off, suspend it, or not do anything. I have no idea what's going to happen and what the process is for that. But it's interesting because what happens is, and this is something that you need to, not you need to, but something that I've noticed that a lot of people that I am surrounded by notice as well. They jack the prices up so high, right? Because some of the strikes that I have are for non-branded items that look similar to a high-end brand, but they're not the same. There's always something off, right? And that's fashion. Fashion is everybody copying each other. Michael Kors copies everybody, like everybody. There's a lot of other designers that also copy everybody. They'll come out with the same thing, but in a different pattern. And that's legal. And if you do copyright and counterfeit law, like the law, as long as 3 things are different on it and it's not branded and has the logo, it's legal. That's the law, right? When it comes to fashion. So, and look it up. Don't believe everything I say. Like I've read it on multiple. I was looking up the law. I was looking everything up. I'm like, what makes the difference between something that's counterfeit and something that's fashion? Because fashion, everybody like this hat. You can't say that this is a counterfeit item. This is a name brand hat, but you can't say that this is a counterfeit item if somebody else makes a hat like this, because you don't know who made it. Most of these things aren't branded, right? So some of the bags that I had promoted on my channel were non-branded dupes. So they look similar, but they're off, meaning the brand never made that color, or the zipper, it has a zipper and the original doesn't, or the pieces were like, they're on the original like this and over here they're big. Non-branded, no logos, things were very different, but still. So my question to you is it worth it to buy? Okay, so are you buying the brand? Are you buying the quality of luxury? Because there's a lot of other companies that copy, like I think Sam Edelman copies shoes mimics the fashion trends. Nobody copies. They mimic the fashion trends because it's a fashion trend, right? How many places have you purchased from that have a Chanel quilted bag, but it's not Chanel? Or how many bags have you purchased from other name brands that have the Bottega Intricato weave, but it's not Bottega? That's legal, right? Completely legal. So somebody I know, Personal Vendetta, is coming after me for the non-branded dupes that are on my channel. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm not going to fight you. You know what I mean? But I buy them because the truth is I'm not spending $8,000 to $10,000 on a bag with a quality that I don't like. If you guys saw my video, they took it down. I was talking about how I went to the Hamptons and I saw the pop-up shop that they had. And I saw the Chanel 19. And then I also looked at bags that me and my mom have that they had the current styles now. And we were like, what is this material? It doesn't feel like the leather that it used to be. We think that I'm really into the caviar leather. I prefer caviar over lambskin because lambskin's too delicate, which is weird because the 3 bags I have are lambskin. And then I only have 2 caviar. 4 of my bags are lambskin, and then I have 2 caviar. But I like the caviar better from the vintage caviar. And I like all the vintage bags over the new bags. But we went in there and we were touching everything and looking at everything and looking at the hardware, looking at the stitching. There were things that weren't even stitched properly. There were pieces that were sticking out, and the salespeople were just tucking it back in. And I'm like, why isn't this sewn in? Like, shouldn't it be tacked on or sewn in? But we were just like, no, thank you. We're good. We're going to leave. And, we made some other purchases. We went to Ralph Lauren. We bought some stuff over there because Ralph Lauren has consistent quality. There's one thing I can say about Ralph Lauren. He is consistent with his quality. All of his stuff is amazing. It lasts years. It's classic. It looks good no matter what. Bruno Cucinelli, Laura Piano, all these people, Max Mara, they have very classic looks. St. John's, they're all classic. They don't really go into the trendy. Every so often, Gucci is like a drunk best friend, they're all over the place, they're here, they're there, they're all over the place, but they're fun, right? They're just so much fun. But then some of the things they come out with, you're like, who approved this? You know what I mean? Like, how is this really selling? So yeah, Gucci doesn't even ride the line. There's no line for Gucci. Gucci's like on a bike going like this the whole time. Like, I don't care what people say. I'm going to do it my own way, and we love them for it. And that's Gucci, right? But then you have Brooks Brothers that a lot of people don't talk about. Great quality items. Cole Haan. Their quality has diminished a little bit in certain things, but some of their things are amazing. Like, I was just looking up Cole Haan on Nordstrom and Neiman Marcus and Saks Fifth Avenue because I like to look for the sales. And some of this stuff I was like, and some things I was like, wow, that is so pretty, but in the past, everything Cole Haan was gorgeous, phenomenal, beautiful. Why? Because they didn't make 100,000 pieces. They made 20 to 30 good pieces, maybe 50 each season, and then they duplicated them, and they were good. They got good at making them versus like reissuing a bag and it not having the right stitching or being off a little bit. And Super Jacob made a great argument over that because he's like, if you keep changing on the small Chanel flap, I don't know if it was the 255 or the double flap, he was talking about it. Super Jacob with a D, not a J. He was like, how are you supposed to authenticate it? Is it just a seasonal item? Like, no, there was no consistency. And the point of luxury is consistency. That's quality. That's another factor for quality. Is the brand consistent? Is each bag made the same way? Like, yes, with Hermes, they're handmade. There's sometimes the stitching is a little different. It's always, the cross stitch, the saddle stitch, sorry, but it's anyways. But there's always like human differences, nuances with an Hermes bag. I still like to buy the vintage Hermes bags. You can get some of them for under $500. Yes, you can. And it's like, I'm okay with that. I don't need to sit here and spend $8,000 to $10,000 and go out there and spend $20,000 on stuff that I don't really want just so that I can get a bag that I want. No, I'm okay. So are you okay with buying super fakes and being like, whatever, because you like the style? I prefer to buy non-branded dupes that are not super fakes. They're just non-branded. They don't have a logo or a brand, and wear those because I don't care if it has the brand name. I like the style of the bag. And then another thing about the counterfeit things, if you're saying that anything that has a woven leather pattern is considered a counterfeit of Bottega, you can't legally do that. Bottega is Bottega, and what they make is what they make. But anyone who makes something similar, you can't come after them. Just like Chanel is famous for tweed. So if anybody makes a bag made out of tweed, can we now say like that's a counterfeit bag because Chanel came out with or made tweed popular? The boucle, the tweed, and Christian Dior made what is it? is it houndstooth? I think it's called houndstooth. That black and white houndstooth pattern. And there's also like a brown version of it. They made that popular. So is everything that has a houndstooth pattern now a counterfeit because that's what Christian Dior made it popular for? So that's another thing. Like, I think people kind of blow it out of proportion because it's like, just because somebody created something doesn't mean that no one else can use it or make the same style in different colors, which is why the law says as long as you're not using the same pattern in the same way that they cut it, it's not illegal. If you change the color and it's the same exact cut, but you change the color, it's no longer the same thing. It's different. And that's the law. So you can't say it's counterfeit. So if somebody makes a bag that looks like another bag in a color that that brand never made the bag in, it's not counterfeit unless it has the logo and the branding on it. Does that make sense? So why, and the reason I'm telling you this is, do you care that the bag came from the brand, or do you like the style of the bag and you want a non-branded version? Do you care about the quality of the materials, that it's leather and it's stitched by hand, and or do you not care that it's made in China and it looks just like the other bag? And that brings me back to what I was telling you about the energy of a luxury bag. There's something about holding a luxury bag. It's just like an energy of pride, of like everything about this is superior to what is available to the rest of the public in general. It is a higher quality in every aspect than something that was just mass produced and that there's a quality issue versus something that was handmade, something that is made by workers that are miserable and they hate their jobs and they're underpaid. That energy that goes into that product that you put on your body, even if you wash it, and does that affect you? You know, because some people are sensitive to energy, some aren't. Do you care? Or is it about getting the look, which is what this challenge, give me the look. Give me the look is about getting the look, whether you're paying for luxury with luxury prices or you're getting something that looks similar, but you're getting the look because you like the look. And that's all you care about. You don't care about the price. You don't care about the brand. You just care about looking cute, right? This is my house dress. I bought it on Temu. It was horrible. It's an ugly dress. It's really ugly. But I wear it around the house, right? And I just put a hat on to make this video, right? Because I got caught in the rain and my hair is all messed up. You know, but it's all about just presenting yourself in a way that you look nice, you know? I don't know what color this is. Oh, this one. If anybody wants to know, this is the Vivid Matte Liquid from Maybelline in the color 35 Rebel Red. Rebel Red or Rebel Red, however you want to say it. And I love it. And I think it looks good. I put it on like 2 hours ago and it still looks amazing. And I drank a can of soda and I had something small to eat and it's still on. I like it. Now, do I have to get the Chanel 999 to have a beautiful red, or can I go with a Maybelline product? I'm not really into drugstore brands, I'm gonna be honest with you. And it's not a quality issue, because I'm gonna be honest with you as well. A lot of these expensive makeup brands, some of them are high quality, with meaning the ingredients they put in it and the packaging lasts longer, looks better, has a more luxurious feel and look. But if you look at the ingredients, like some of these brands have BHT and BH, they have some ingredients that are questionable. Like, why are you still putting this in your perfume? Almost all the perfumes, luxury, almost, don't quote me on it, this is alleged. I've seen it. I have the labels. I made videos on this. BHT. You don't need to put it in anything anymore. There are other alternatives that are healthier for you. Look it up. I'm not going to tell you what it does. You know, look up your ingredients. There's even like a lot of beef jerky and stuff. They have BHT and BHA because it just helps stop the oxidation of the oil in the product. But there's other things that do it as well that aren't going to cause as much harm as this particular product. So that's another discussion. The ingredients and the materials used to create a product, that's a whole nother genre of quality. How do you guys feel about it? Because there are some very expensive brands that have some questionable ingredients in their products. And there's some very cheap brands that come from places that we're not, like, that don't have the same laws that we do. And they have questionable ingredients and ingredients that they don't even put on the label. So this is a drugstore lipstick. I've been reviewing a lot of drugstore makeup because I've been buying these kits from Mercari, and I'm actually very impressed. And I never was because they weren't good. See, in the past, these drugstore brands were not high quality, but now, to compete with the luxury brands and the makeup industry, they've become better, and they're actually like compete, so now you're just, not now, but with a lot of the luxury makeup, you're just paying for the name, because these drugstore, Maybelline's outdone it for me. Like, I'm surprised with Maybelline. They blew me out the water with a lot of their stuff, and some stuff I'm like, ooh, what? Oh, this is why I don't buy drugstore makeup, and I make videos on that, and you'll see which ones I like and which ones I don't. But this is a very pretty color. It's very nice. This reminds me more of the 760 favorite than the 999. The 999 has a very different, distinct color. Juvia's Place, the color something red, not scarlet red. It might be scarlet. No, it's another red. Oh man, I can't remember it. I'll put it in the description box if I remember. That's stunning, but it's grainy. And when you go like that, it's a very grainy, weird feeling. And after 2 to 3 hours, it starts to crack and break. And you're like, what is happening? Why is my lipstick cracking and breaking? Quality. Beautiful color payoff. If you're making a video or doing Instagram and you need pictures and whatever, yes. But longevity? No. I wouldn't recommend that you spend your money on it. I made a video and I thought it was good, and then I did the wear. So when you watch my videos, you have to read what I wrote in the description box, because I'll always tell you afterward what really happened. Because I'm unboxing, I'm trying it on, I'm giving you a quick review. But then later on, I'll let you know, does it crack, does it break, does it get grainy, does it wear off, did it stain anything? Like, I will always put that in the description box. If there was a problem with it afterward, or if it was even better than I expected afterward. Why? Because I want you to understand the quality of a product. A lot of times, I'm just being honest with you guys, influencers are going to tell you whatever they want to tell you to get paid. I don't have any paid sponsorships. I get free collaborations where they send me stuff and I'm like, sure. But I let them know when I write to them, I'm going to give you an honest review. So if I don't like the product, I'm going to talk about it. And you have the option of telling me, or of me telling you, and then deciding whether or not you still want me to publish it. Because some people think that bad publicity is still publicity, right? So I let them know right off the bat. And I always tell you guys, if I make a video and I'm like, oh, this is great, you guys should go out and buy it, you got to really listen to what I'm saying. Because if I do say that, it might be, and I'll tell you if it's a sponsored video because you have to by law. Yeah, I might just be saying because I'm sponsored and they're paying me like a ridiculous amount of money. And it's like, why am I going to say no? Like, we all got to make our money, right? But it hasn't happened yet. And I don't really think I would sell myself out like that. But I don't know. I mean, if somebody offered me $250,000 to promote a product, I would be like, do your own research, check out the product. This is what it looks like on me and blah, blah, blah. You'll see, the difference versus me saying, okay, you guys have to get this because it's on clearance right now. And that's different. When I tell you it's on clearance, it's because I'm trying to help you get it before it sells out. And if it's on clearance, obviously it's not something that is going to stay in the line. I buy a lot of things on clearance and on eBay because I get like 30 to 90% off. And I even get Hermes stuff super cheap, and I check and I know the quality because I've ordered the originals. And I'm like, oh no, this is real. I just got a really good deal because I got on it first and I made an offer, and So quality. Is the fact that it's old unattractive to you? Like, no, it has to be new. It has to be current. Does it matter what the quality is? Because the problem that I was having with people that were, I'm sorry if you're still watching it. Thank you for watching it this long. This new generation, you can't blame them because you don't know what you don't know. They only know what they know. So they only know what they see in the stores when they go to the mall or whatever. So to them, they're like, oh, this is good quality. This is luxury. But they don't know what luxury was like in the past unless they're really into vintage stuff or their parents have bags and they've used them and they, So you can't blame someone for saying this. No, this is luxury. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm looking at you like, no, little kid, you don't know what you're talking about. Because that is not luxury. That is expensive. But it's not luxury. Do you hear me? So then it all boils down to the word quality. Is it worth the price? Are the materials worth it? Everyone's like, oh, the craftsmanship is amazing. And I'm like, did you see the edge coat on that bag? I don't care if that bag is $800 or $12,000. The edge coat is sloppy on that bag. I don't care if it's no. If you're going to charge anything over $400, even $300 or $200, your edge coat better be precise. You know how many luxury bags have sloppy edge coat? Absolutely not. No, you're not getting my money. Not today. No. No. I'd rather go to a vintage store, buy a beat up bag, bring it to my guy, you know, he's amazing, and have him repaint it. And it looks brand new. Brand new. And it was like less money. All you have to do is literally repaint it. Like they resurface it, they repaint it, they bring it back to life. Then to sit there and give you $300 to $5,000 of my hard-earned money that I could be investing and multiplying, that I could be using to buy a house, that I could be using to travel the world, that I could be using to buy quality items made with great craftsmanship and pride and the energy that goes into that. Then to sit here and try to keep up with the Joneses, buying something because it's expensive. Expensive does not mean high quality. And that's what the lady was saying. She was like, Strathberry is a high-quality luxury bag. And I'm like, I don't like it. I also don't like Loewe. I don't care what anybody says. I don't like these brands. I don't like majority of it. I might find like one or two pieces, but I still wouldn't spend my money on it. I don't care. Chloe, they do nothing for me. I do like some of the Bohemian Chloe items, and I think they're cute, but I'm not paying those prices. I'll get the same look for less, and it'll still be luxury, and it'll still be high quality. It's just not those prices. No, not today, you know? So then it goes back to quality. I always talk about the stitching, the edge coat. How does it look? Where is it made? You know, what type of leather? Is it leather? Is it vegan leather? Genuine leather? Because genuine leather is very different. Those are quality conversations. When you put the lipstick on, does it bleed? If you have to wear a lip liner with a lipstick for the lipstick to work, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. No, but nope. One step. To me, that's quality. I put on one swipe of the eyeshadow, one coat of mascara, one swipe on the lip. That is quality to me, because now you're saving me time, and time is more important than money, and time is more important than anything. So for me, that's quality. Are the ingredients good? Does it dry out my lips and damage my lips? I don't care if it's from, I'm not going to name names, a brand and the product is $50 to $150. If it dries out my lips and it cracks and it doesn't make my skin feel good and it makes my skin break out, I don't care. It's not high quality to me because it's damaging parts of me than as opposed to making it better. It's giving me sunspots or ruining my skin or causing wrinkles or whatever, giving me acne. That is not a high quality product. And then they hide behind the fact that they're like, oh no, but in order to fix your skin, it's got to push out the impurities. And then no, this is alleged, not rooted in truth or fact. This is my opinion. Certain products change your skin on a molecular level, and they talk about that molecular level type of change. No. We're all fine. I get it. Maybe if you have cystic acne and a lot of, issues with your skin, fine. I get it. But if you're just a normal person, you should not be changing your skin on a molecular level, depending on what the change is. Do you know what I mean? Because what happens is, and my mom always told me this, products that lift, this is alleged, this is my thoughts, my opinions, don't come at me. Products that lift the skin, that you actually see it, when it drops back down lower, worse than it was. So you have to constantly be using that particular product and you become addicted to it. This is not everybody. Everybody's skin reacts differently. I'm not saying this is fact or fiction. I'm just saying this is a conversation I had with my mom. This is something I noticed when I worked in Amway. We had a product that we would put on half of your face and it would lift it. And then we would put it on the other half because we wanted to balance it out. But if you look at my face, you'll see that this half, which is the half I always put the product on, is a little bit, if not very different than this half. I can attest from personal use, and I'll show you well, I'm not going to show you pictures, but if you ever get to see pictures and videos of me when I was younger, you'll see how perfect and asymmetrical my face is, and how this side is a little bit, you could see it. It's just different. It's a little bit plumper, but like off because of that product, that one product. So when I talk about things, I talk about it from experience, not just like to talk. Quality. Yes, it lifted your skin and you felt beautiful, but it damaged it. And it's true. Like, we had this conversation. So we don't buy products that lift the skin for that reason. Now, if you put on a product that lifts the skin and it doesn't drop and it doesn't, choose by you. But what are the ingredients? Why is it doing it? And what's the after effect? That's what matters to me more. Now you're going to notice it forever, right? You're always going to see that this half of my face is different from this half. And I'm doing that to just prove to you and show to you guys, you have to be careful. I'm super careful with what I put on my skin. I don't care if I'm going to get a bunch of PR kits from different companies. I'm going to look at the ingredients and I'm going to decide whether or not I really want to try this product. I'm going to decide whether or not I really want to promote this product. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, though. I'm telling you right now, if I get a 200, 100,000 or 200,000 deal, you better believe I'm going to take it. I'm sorry, sweeties. I'm going to take it. But you're going to know by watching my videos whether I'm just promoting it because I got paid or whether I really believe in the product and I actually really like it. And there's keywords and things that I say, like, it's not bad. You know what that means if you watch my channel. I like it. It's not my favorite, but I like it. Y'all, you better just watch my videos. You'll get to know me. But that's what I have for you guys. Just let me know in the comment section how you feel about anything that we've talked about. And again, like, you're like, why are you talking about makeup? It's the quality. What is it doing? Is it worth, like the Hermes lipsticks? They're $75. The Christian Dior lipsticks are $45. The Maybelline lipsticks are like $13. If you want the look for less, go for the Maybelline. I'm never going to say no. I'm not a fan of e.l.f. Cosmetics. There was like 1 or 2 products that I've tried that I was like, wow, I'm surprised. This is, whoa. Wet n Wild had this one lipstick that I was like, this is Wet n Wild? This is amazing. Where is it? Man, here. It looks like this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you see my face? That's how shocked I was. In the color Crimson Crime, this red is freaking awesome. I'm gonna put it on top. No, I'm not. Because it's not, I don't think it's matte. I think it was set. It's just beautiful. Okay. No, I'm not gonna put it on top. I made a video on it. I'll see if I could put the link for it there. I love this product. Love. Never in my, this is like $2, $3. Never in my life have I promoted a Wet n Wild product. I promoted some hard candy stuff that I got at the Dollar Tree because I do Dollar Tree hauls too. But I try to find the name brand ones and then I make videos on it. But I prefer luxury. I prefer, even though it's $75, Hermes. But there's only like 2 or 3 colors that I like from Hermes. Why do I like the Hermes lipstick? Because I love that magnetic open and closure. I think it's luxury. It's beautiful. When I pull it out amongst my wealthy clients, they treat you differently. They see you differently. They're like, oh, she understands. She's one of us, blah, blah, blah. That's how they think. You know, they'll probably never think I'm one of them. But, you know, like, she has taste. She has class. She has whatever. I just really like the magnetic closure. And I like the cases. I think they're cool. And the color payoff. But those are the only ones. And now that I have the case, I buy the refill for $47, which is exactly what a Christian Dior lipstick costs. I do like the Christian Dior 999 and the 760, which is why I talk about it, the favorite. It's either 760 or 720. I think it's 760. The 720 is also a nice color too. It's a little bit more brown. Those are high quality products that look good. Whenever I wear the 999, people stop me on the street and ask me what lipstick I'm wearing. That is an iconic, coveted color. Nice. Pat McGrath Vendetta. Beautiful. But if you're looking for a really nice red, I showed you that one. This one, Joa What a Matte in the color Candy Apple. Another phenomenal matte red. Phenomenal. Right? Then there is I said the Vendetta. I don't think I like that one. And then the Tom Ford Habitual. That's a beautiful red, but it's a lacquer. So it's a little bit, you know, lacquer. And then the Wet n Wild, I just told you about the Crimson Crime. And then there's fuchsias and, Ruby New by MAC in this kind of tube by MAC. The Ruby New. Oh, que bello, por Dios, que lindo, my God. That's a beautiful color. And then this red by, I'm a queen of red and a queen of mascara. That's like Paul and Joe lipstick. They're numbers. I don't know. Number 204. It's 204 or 304, but it's a cat one. This is also a really nice red. Right? And they're all different price points. But when I review something, I want to show you guys if it looks nice. And then I also give you alternatives for a cheaper one in case you want the look. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of money to look good. You don't. You really don't. But let me tell you something. There's just something about that luxury packaging and the luxury product. And then it goes back to quality. Is it the quality of the packaging that sold you? Is it the brand? Is it the quality of the ingredients in the package? For me, it's like just the luxury of opening up a Tom Ford lipstick and putting it on. It has to have a nice color, but I just like the fact that it's Tom Ford. I love my Dior makeup and I love my Dior skincare. Because with Dior, they actually have their own gardens and then they harvest all the materials from the gardens to make their skincare. That's phenomenal. Sicily does the same thing. I like Sicily. I like Dior for that reason. Why? Because I'm one of these herbalist, hippie energy people. This comes from nature. It has the energy of the flower, which is very different. Flowers have very high energy. They increase your vibration if you're into all this stuff, which is why wealthy people will buy luxury, because it increases your vibration to have the product created in a certain region of France by a certain artisan, like the Hermes bags, versus in a factory, we don't know where, by people who are angry and disgruntled with materials that are less than the materials or the less quality than those materials. There's a guy named something Tanner Smith. He's always like, oh, and he cuts the bag up. I estimate this is like $115 with labor. Where? In Turkey? Where? Because if you take that to France, it's not $115 worth of material and labor. It's going to be more. And you're not factoring in the cost of shipping, quality, the QA check, the store, the commissions that people have to get, the packaging that comes with it. Like, yes, it's a bag. If you have a store and you make the bag and you sell it, yeah, $115, $120. Yeah, why not? Maybe $200, make a little profit. But if you got to ship it and send it and pay for the marketing and the fashion show, it's going to be more money. Now, it's not $10,000. But there's still, a price that's attached to that. I think, in my personal opinion, a lot of these luxury prices are egregious. They're ridiculous. Nobody should be paying them. That's my personal opinion. It's alleged. It's my opinion. I said it was my opinion. It's not rooted in fact or truth. It's my personal opinion. But people still pay it because they want the prestige. I think I get the same prestige with my vintage pieces that you do with the new one. Oh, you have the new Bottega bag? No, I have vintage Bottega, and it's different quality because the Bottega bags I have were from Mark Mayer, and he came from Hermes, so it's that Hermes quality leather in the Bottega brand. Hello, but all Bottega has stunning quality. Most of it. I can't account for a lot, but I gotta honestly say, most of the Bottega stuff, phenomenal quality. Like, I bow down to the glory that is Bottega. Because they maintain their standard. They really do. And I can't say that for every single brand. There's certain brands like Hermes and I think for the most part Fendi, but they have some trendy stuff that you're like, de verdad. Anyways, so that's what I have for you guys. It's been a really long video. Definitely come back for the live conversation. We can chit, we can chat, we can talk about all this stuff. It's going to be mostly you guys chatting in the comment section and me like talking about what you guys are saying. You guys have already heard my point of view on pretty much everything, but at least we can all sit there and have like a very inclusive conversation, get some information, get some feedback, hang out, chill, bring your favorite drink, and we will just girl talk and like boy talk and like fashion talk and like quality talk. Okay. If you like my vibe, please subscribe. If you like my style, come back for a while. Please hit that like button. It helps my channel grow. Definitely go to Big in Style and like that channel, because again, if anything happens here, I'm just going to re-upload the videos from here over there. You can't knock me down. Seriously, it's a personal vendetta, that person, I'm telling you. Yeah, you try to knock me down, I just get back up. I bob and weave all day. All day I'm bobbing and weaving, like, no. So rock and roll. Love you guys. Bye.